What's up, y'all? I'm Walt. This is Fortune Farms. It's that time of year. We're starting our seeds. With that comes the age-old decision on what type of grow lights should I get to start my plants. And today we're just gonna go over some of my favorite types of grow lights, and by the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly which light you should choose for yourself. So when it comes to grow lights, there are a million different options on what you could get. Do I need to get full spectrum? Can I go with fluorescent bulbs? What lumens do I need? And we're gonna cover all of those in this video. First, please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. It just helps these videos get out to the people that would benefit from the information. We're just gonna dive right into it. So when it comes to grow lights, you're determined by a few different factors. One is cost. How much do you want to spend on your grow setup? Two is spectrum. What's your goal with the lights? Are you just germinating, or are you wanting to grow plants to full maturity and to harvest indoors? Number three, how much space do you have for your grow setup? As you can see behind us, we do all of our seed starts indoors, and we actually grow microgreens on the same setup after we get everything transplanted outside. And this setup has worked out really well for us. So the first type of light we're gonna talk about is fluorescent bulbs. Now this is typically just a normal fluorescent bulb that you would get to put around your house. Now these are very inexpensive, so if you're a beginner gardener and you're just kind of testing it out to see if you enjoy growing or starting plants, this will be a great option for you. Unfortunately, if you're not planning on transplanting outside, this is not gonna be a good option for you because you're not gonna be able to grow your plants to full maturity with your fluorescent bulbs because of the lack of spectrum. So the spectrum is the frequency of light that's distributed through your bulb. So the full spectrum light bulb is the closest thing you're gonna get to real sunlight, which is the goal. These plants feed off of photosynthesis, which is taking the sunlight and turning it into nutrients for itself. So that being said, fluorescent bulbs can be a great beginner alternative to starting your plants, especially if you're looking for a cost-effective way to get started. Your second option is going to be LED lights. Now these are a little bit more expensive, but in the long run you're actually going to save money because it cuts down on energy costs, and they generally last a lot longer than your fluorescent bulbs, so you're not going to be changing them out as often. These lights we have back here are full spectrum LED lights, and they are spec'd out to give us about 30,000 hours of grow time, and we have them running for about 12 hours a day. The other cool thing about the LED and even the fluorescent bulbs is they don't get very hot, so you can have the lights really close to your plants without burning them, which is actually a benefit towards some of these higher end bulbs that we're going to be talking about. And that's actually the reason why we've opted to go with these guys. You don't need as much power because you're able to get them so close to the plants and increase your grow area just by the simple fact that you don't have to keep them so high up. So the LED lights also, especially if you get these full spectrum ones, you're able to grow your plants from your germination state all the way to harvest indoors with your full spectrum LEDs, which is really cool because it's a very versatile light. You also have these ones that are specified grow lights. You can change the frequencies to accommodate your plants throughout their grow cycle, which are really cool. I'll pop those up on the screen here. We generally grow outdoors for most of our stuff except for our microgreens, which is why we've opted for the full spectrum LED light setup with just normal 4-foot shop light ballasts. And that setup works really, really well for us. Now, if you're a person that likes the finer things in life, you want to go all in, you want to get a crazy setup just because you like to have the best of the best, these next two bulbs are going to be for you. Now, this is your metal halide and your high pressure sodium bulb. These are the highest costing light setup, both from a consumer standpoint, but also from an energy standpoint. They require a pretty heavy duty light ballast to keep them running, and they're very heavy, and they also put out the most amount of heat. So if you don't have a ton of space to be able to raise your light up in order to keep the heat away from your plants, this is not going to be for you. But if you're somebody that has the space and you want to maximize the amount of coverage space per bulb, your metal halide and your high pressure sodium bulb are going to be the way to go. The reason why you use these in tandem is because the metal halide light is generally the one you're going to be using for your germination and your veg growth. And then typically you would switch over to your high pressure sodium when you come into your flowering state. These type of bulbs are generally used for full maturity indoor growing. So if you want to grow plants indoors and be able to maximize your coverage space and to maximize your yields indoor, this is by far going to be your best bet. You are going to be making the highest investment up front, and you are going to notice a slight increase in your light bill. So I hope that this helped you guys out in knowing some of the different types of bulbs. As you're going through and picking out your grow setup, just ask yourself what you need, what are your goals, and go from there. Like I said, our favorite by far has been the LED grow bulbs. From a price perspective, heat output, and you're able to get that full spectrum light coverage through those as well. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, we appreciate you guys for coming in. Love. Peace.